first, I do want to tell you about my kids a little bit, and the reason why is because this is my motivation. So you'll see my wife and my two kids, Nathan and Ariana. So what happened is when I was early in my practice, I was motivated to make money because I wanted nice things. I wanted a nice house, I wanted a nice car, I wanted to take vacations. And then I had my first child, Nathan. And unfortunately, Nathan has a lot of health issues. He has a primary immune deficiency, which caused his reactive immune system to go haywire and attack his brain, and he has basically a form of autism. And in fact, I want to just acknowledge Katrina for a moment, because I first met Katrina not at the RIA meeting, but she was volunteering, I should say, at the Equestrian Center for disabled kids, where they got to ride horseback and do horseback therapy for free. So I want to thank Katrina for doing that. So things changed when I had my first child. And my motivation was no longer to have fancy cars or nice houses. You know, I have a child that needs a lot of medical treatment, a lot of medical attention, a lot of therapy. He needs round-the-clock type of care. And my wife, who used to work, she worked in Fort Myers at a big bankruptcy firm when I met her, and she was working for me. She now has to stay at home, so we don't have her salary. So I'm motivated to make money. And I can't do anything that involves risk. I can't buy properties and risk having a downturn in the economy where I get stuck and lose money. So the techniques I'm going to show you involve very manageable risk. Because I don't know about you, but it's different when I have a child that requires a lot of care. And I also have to deal with the reality that he may never be able to work. And not only that, but he may need round-the-clock care the rest of his life. And thank God, and Tony's my good friend back there, and I mention him because thank God I had some health insurance, which I got early in life, because now I'm uninsurable. So I have some insurance, but I need to make money, and I need to make a lot of it. And not because I want fancy cars or fancy houses, because I have a son that's going to require a lot of care. So I just want to show you this picture. This is him when he was getting at the Brain Treatment Center. And, you know, it kind of breaks my heart, but now he's coming along. He doesn't speak. He's 8 years old. He doesn't talk yet. But he actually learned to type. And we have this little typewriter. It's kind of like a Stephen Hawking's typewriter where he can type out words, hit enter, and it says words. And we know, we didn't think he even knew what was going on, but we know now because ever since we got that typewriter, he started type. One day, you know, in October, we had our dog pass away. And we went to him, we said, Nathan, do you understand what happened to Vinny? Vinny's our dog. And he went to his typewriter and typed God, heaven. So we know that, you know, he's in there somewhere. But that's my motivation. And it doesn't matter what your motivation is. If your motivation is to drive fancy cars and have nice houses, that's great. That's whatever gets you going. That's just not my motivation. So I just wanted to share that with you because I want you to know that I can't afford not to make money. And I can't afford to buy something that's risky. So these techniques I'm going to start showing you are very safe, very manageable risk. I'm going to go over what the risks are and how to avoid those risks.